What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and today I want to talk about the Run It backpacks that are dropping this Friday. There's a lot of information on them, so I'm just going to bring you that information so that you're aware of what's going on. We're going to head over to MLB The Show's Twitter page, and we're going to take a look at some of this stuff. They actually just dropped one of the newer cards. This is what the running back packs are, if you're not aware. Complete the running back showdown or conquest map and earn a running back choice pack. 15 potential player items, 5 randomly selected to choose from. You keep one. The more you replay, the more that you earn. So you basically can play through these as many times as you would like, and you can pick up these player packs. So one other thing that I'd like to note before we take a look at some of the cards that they've already released, I'll give you my opinion on the cards as well, is we are getting closer to the end of the Content Creators League. We are playing this league for $5,000. If you would like to support us just by watching, showing up, rooting on, just going through the Twitch streams and all that kind of stuff like that. All my games, if you want to watch the regular season, are up on my YouTube channel as well. But there, Serenity got the 1 seed. He's going to be playing against Twin Gaming TV. Yayo is going to be playing against Real Shelfie. I'm going to be playing against Healy. Kuz is going to be playing against Scuffy. And like I said, whoever wins this is going to take home $5,000. SDS has put this on for us. If you'd like to support it, we'd love to have your support. That's all I'd like to say about it. As far as that is concerned, we would love to have your support for that. I know there's a lot of people. Hopefully that you guys will enjoy watching as well with this. So please come on by. These games are going to be really exciting. If I make it to the game where I'm playing for $5,000, I'm going to be a nervous wreck. I'm not lying. I mean, that's it's just crazy to really think about that. And shout out to SDS for putting that together. Let's go ahead and take a look at these cards though. Let me pop back over to, let's see, profile. Here we go. All right, so let's take a look at some of these cards. We're gonna go media and we're gonna go pop down here. Now these cards, again, you get them by completing either the showdown or you get them by completing the conquest map. So are they the most super high-end cards of all time? No, they're not, but you're gonna be able to pick up a lot of these. You're really gonna be able to know money spent a lot more out of that trout collection through doing these running backpacks. Plus, you can probably, I think you can sell them. I've been looking around to see where it says you can't sell them. I'm pretty sure that you can, so you could do this. At the very least, these are diamonds for $5,000. So the first one that we have is Paul Goldschmidt, 104, 125. I'm just like, let me make sure my recording looks pretty good for this. Sorry, it does. 104, 125, 90, 99, 64, 125 discipline, 90 fielding, 67 speed. He's got 75 reaction. This card actually, I believe, was a World Series reward. I think it was the first World Series reward of the year in MLB The Show 17, if my memory serves me correct. He's got power from both sides, got contact from both sides, and diamond fielding at 67 speed. Across the board, he's not that bad. Now, is he better than Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig or something like that? I would say no, but if you just want to hop on and get a good first baseman, if you got like more of a budget team, you can just play through one conquest or one showdown, and now you got a chance at getting this card. So it's not too bad in that regard. I know a lot of people probably are thinking like, oh, I want like super boosted, amazing content at this point. I've been playing since March. Why are these cards coming out? Well, I understand where you're coming from completely from that perspective, but I think what I think that they're doing with this is like there's still a lot of people that are just getting the game. Like I still have another copy of the game that I need to give away and stuff like that through the CCL. There's still people that are going to be picking up the game as like, the baseball playoffs start up. It's crazy. I'll see in the comments section. I'm sure somebody watching this video literally right now just picked up the game like 2 weeks ago. So it's like they got to balance like from people that have been playing for months that are the diehards, people are just picking up the game. Like they got to release like a little bit of both. I'm sure they're going to have more super crazy stuff soon, but for the most part, I mean, they got to get cards in the game. And the other thing I want to say too is like there's only so many players that have the rights to, in a way, that have like crazy 5-tool stuff. Like think about 2 of the best cards. It's like Tatis and And it's Mike Trout that are like these prime versions. It's not even like, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not like every single player in history was a 5-tool player that had amazing stats. That kind of like are still putting in some really good players that aren't just like on that next level. So I think that's kind of like how I personally view this kind of stuff. I don't know what you think. That's what the comment section is for. Drop it down in the comment section. Billy Williams, 109, 110, 99, 88, 113 vision, 68 fielding, 62 speed. He's got a pretty decent amount of pop. He's got a decent amount of contact. He probably wouldn't be that bad at hitting. I think if you're going to play this card, you're going to play this card at first base, because I don't think you want to stick 68 fielding and 62 speed out in your outfield. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a real problem. He's not going to be good for that, but he's got some good hitting, and I'll put him, I guess, if you're going to play this card, you can play him at first base. Let's see. We got Wade Davis. Now, this card actually looks real nice to me, like real nice. Like, if you have the super duper squad at this point in time, this card's actually legit, man. It's got the four seam, the cutter, the knuckle. He's got the cutter, he's got the sinker, he's got the slider, he's got a knuckle and a four seam. He doesn't have the changeup, which is kind of the problem. At least he's got a knuckle that can drop it off. I always like pitching with this card quite a bit. 125, 117, 99 velocity, 97 break. Probably going to get up around 100. That cutter's really fast. He's got the sinker too, the slider, and the knuckle curve. I probably will put this card on my team, honestly, over like Trevor Hoffman. I'm a Royals fan myself anyways, but I really like this card quite a bit. I like using it every year. I don't know. I just like his motion. Some of these cards, I've been using for years. I just came out with a video yesterday of it's called hitting a home run in every single MLB The Show game on PS4. Be sure to check that out if you'd like to. I'll link it at the end of the video. It's it's a little bit longer, but a lot of these cards, if you want to see the history of the game, I've been playing with this Wade Davis card for 5 years in a way. So it's like I really know his motion, all that kind of stuff. This is like the really boosted Wade Davis version that we've gotten like maybe the last couple years. They're talking about the dead ball of it. Here's Burt Blyleven, 121, 88, 104, 92, 99 break, 77 velocity. He's got a curveball, a four seam, 12-6 curveball, a changeup, and a two seam. I've never been a fan of using Burt Blyleven personally. I just like throughout the years, I just never pick up his cards. I never really put him in the rotation. I'm just not really that big on him. The reason I really wouldn't go after this card is because you don't have any horizontal movement. What do I mean by saying that? He's only got the curveball. He's got a curveball and a 12-6. So those are kind of redundant. I mean, the 12-6 is a little bit more up and down. The curveball is a little bit more side to side, but that's just a redundant pitch. It's not even that great of a pitch. Change up, just kind of like it goes below the zone. But my point is, you don't have a slider or a cutter or a sinker that has horizontal movement. You either have a fastball which goes straight, a two seam which goes a little. I mean, this is last pitch of a two seam. And two seams really don't break that much anyways, in my opinion. Four seam, two seam, straight, or it's a curveball, a 12-6, and a changeup, where it's either it's slower or it just goes up and down. There's not up and down, side to side, fast and slow. You need all of them to be a good pitcher. That's why I passed on Burt Blyleven. I just passed on this card. I wouldn't select that if that's one of the ones that you have to be able to select. All right, we got Elvis Andrus, 88, 87, 54, 52, 94 vision, 84 fielding, 85 speed. This is probably like the quote-unquote weakest card out of all the ones that they've released. It's only a 91 overall. It's not like a crazy high overall. This is going to be a card that you're going to want to get out of this pack, and you don't even necessarily need to select it out of this pack, but it's probably going to be, it might not be on day one, but down the line, it's going to be pretty cheap for you to pick up to go towards the Mike Trout collection. This is just like, literally, this card is perfect for the Mike Trout collection because it's not going to get like up to like 11K or something. It's probably going to stick right around 5K, 6K. It's going to be a nice pickup. You can pick it up, throw it right into the collection. You're good to go. Just because it's got lower attributes, but it's perfect like that. It's going to keep its price down for that. So if you don't have, you don't have the the Trout yet, that's going to be a good card for that. So Cliff Lee right here, 115, 83, 92, 101, 90, 97, sinker cutter, four seam circle, and a knuckle curve. Has some decent pitches. See, I'd rather have, we were talking about horizontal movement. We're talking about vertical movement. I'd rather have the horizontal movement. Like it's more important because, just if you watch this mouse cursor, like here comes a sinker, it breaks in. Here comes a cutter, it breaks in. They both look like they're going down the middle. You can tunnel them better. The four seam, and I'd rather have like a change up higher than the curve, so I can go sinker, cutter, curve, sinker, cutter. I can go with the change up, and then I can go with the four seam, like maybe up and in. That can mix speeds. I can even drop it off with a curveball. Only problem with Cliff Lee is he only has 83, 92, so it's not going to be exactly easy to strike him out. You're going to need to like live on the corners with this card, because your opponent's PCI is going to be pretty high. Decent enough velocity, decent enough break, pretty good motion. Not a bad card really whatsoever, but it's not like a super great card that's going to make my rotation. But if you got a budget squad, it's not a bad pitcher. It's not a bad pitcher at all. Adam Wainwright. This one I like more. Like you could really pair this and the Cliff Lee just from these and not have too bad of a squad. Well, you have the super duper squad with I like using Chris Sale and Kershaw and like Corey Kluber and stuff like this. I might even use the Adam Wainwright. The Adam Wainwright's good. The sinker, the curveball, the cutter, the changeup, the four seam. So he's got horizontal movement to the right. He's got the horizontal movement to the left. He's got the curveball that drops. He's got the changeup that drops. Ain't it slow? And it combos with the four seam. Like the sinker and the cutter, they combo together. The changeup and the fastball, they combo together. And then the curveball, it kind of just like is that one extra pitch. So he's got all the perfect pitches. He's got a good motion. He's got 88, 91, which just isn't super high. Like it's not super high, it's not super low. It's kind of like the top end of the live series cards, like the 88, 91. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible at the same time. I'm gonna check to make sure I'm still recording. You got no idea how paranoid I get about that. Just sitting here recording this right now, and I haven't hit record or something like that. Anyways, decent enough fielding. He's not bad though. He's not bad at all. He's pretty good. He doesn't like. There just aren't a lot of starting pitchers that have like amazing H per 9 and K per 9. Like I like to use Kershaw and Sale. Those are probably my two favorite. To use, Kluber's got some decent ones. They're not like, it'd be cooler if this card had like more like 101, like 107 ish or something. But it's just like that. It is what it is. This is a 95 that's gonna cost me like 5K. It's not bad. I probably could get away with it being lower, just to have the control. Oral Hershiser is like one of my favorite pitchers also to use. Probably even more so than Kluber. I don't know. Even Kluber's like better, but I like enjoy pitching more with Hershiser and Sale and Kershaw. We got Tyler Clippard here, four seam changeup, cutter, and a curveball. 108, 112, 99 break. I always kind of liked his motion. I always kind of feel like it felt pretty fluid. He's got the four seams. He's got the straight combos with the changeup. He's got the cutter, and then he's got the curveball. He doesn't have the sinker. So he's not too bad, but he's not amazing either. This is probably more, it's only a 91. He's really not that bad though. It's just like he's not upper echelon. He's not on the level of that Wade Davis, where Wade Davis actually will probably make it into my 8-man rotation on a super stack team. He's more like I don't know, 108, 112 is not too bad, but he doesn't really throw that hard. The two things you're looking for are, do they have like the sinker, the cutter, the four seam, the changeup, and then the curveball, or do they have like a four seam and maybe a cutter or something like that and a changeup, and then they just throw like crazy gas, especially out of your pin, like like 102 gas. Like that's kind of more like what you're looking for. So he doesn't really fit either of those two categories. At least he does have the cutter, but it's not. I don't know. He's not like I wouldn't rank him that high compared to all these other ones that we're looking at. Now this card's actually this card's pretty legit. It's 33 stamina, Lee Smith. He's imposing at 6'6". He stands really, really tall. He's got a pretty good motion, kind of a deceptive motion. He goes 98, 120. So he's got a little bit lower ace per 9, but he's got like a lot higher K per 9. So it's a solid mix right there. 81 and 89 on the control. This control is it's like an average of all these pitches together. So his 4-seam might have a lot more control than his forkball. But it's that forkball can be devastating. What a forkball is basically like a changeup. It's pretty much the same thing. I think it might break like a little bit more than the changeup. I'm not 100% sure. That'd be a good thing to know in the comment section. I don't know if how that relates to the game, but I always like forkballs in this game. He's tough though. He throws gas. Like he does throw gas on that fastball over a 99. He's got the slider, the cutter, the forkball. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just impossible to tell right now if he has outlier or not, but I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, because it says 99. Like, that's some gas. And then slider, cutter, forkball. These are two different kind of horizontal movements, too. You have this much slower slider. It's an 89 mile an hour slider, actually, so it's not that much slower. But the slider and the cutter, they still are different speeds. The forkball is way slower, so you're trying to gear up to hit this 99 mile an hour fastball, and then you drop that forkball on them. They're gonna be. It's just like it's difficult if you're looking for the 4-seam fastball to go after this forkball sometimes, because you're gonna have to gear up. They're gonna look very similar. It's gonna look like a fastball coming straight up, or then it's gonna be that forkball, and it's just gonna mess up their it's just gonna mess up their timing a lot. And then the slider and the cutter are just really nice to have. Like you can throw that cutter inside under the lefty's hands. You can throw that cutter like away from a righty, make them roll over to the shortstop. You can throw the slider like low and away and just kind of dot it up. There's a variety of things that you can do. You know, maybe you went 4-seam on the inside half, up and in, and then now you're gonna go slider. So 4-seam up and in. Now you're gonna go slider where it looks like it's gonna be up and in, and just dives all the way out on the low and outside corner, like right on right with this card. So this Lee Smith card is it's a good card. All right, let's see. We got a new 8th inning player program arrives tomorrow. I really can't tell from this. I can't really tell from this who it is, to be honest with you. And then Greg Holland, 108 to 125, 4-seam fastball, slider, splitter, and a curveball. I don't mind using Greg really either. He's got kind of a funky motion. He's only got 70, 83. He's got the 4-seam and a slider, so that's his one horizontal movement pitch. The splitter is kind of like a changeup, basically. A little bit faster than a changeup in general. And then the curveball as well. He's okay. He's got really good per 9s, which are going to help him out. He throws it pretty hard. Slider, splitter, and curveball. I would take him, over some. I would take Lee Smith and I would take Dwayne Davis over that, but I would take Greg Holland over Tyler Clippard, probably. Probably, I would say. So that's kind of where they're at. I think there's maybe like 4 more that they have to release. But yeah, so now you're caught up on all of that. Also about the CCL. Please come support us with that. It should be fun for you to watch too, I would think. Especially with all the cash and some of the personalities on the line. So come check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the video on me hitting the home runs across all the MLB The Show games. I'll talk to you soon. Should be streaming. I don't know. We have that meeting today and we're setting up the times for the games. Definitely will be streaming those. So you can go ahead and go follow me over on Twitch. All right. Have a good one today. Hope you have a great day. Do something awesome today. Talk to you soon. Peace.